Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Is anybody here? I want to make sure that everyone can hear me and see me and all that good stuff. I have not been able to do anything crafty for weeks. My stress levels are pretty high. Let me know if I'm here, if you're here, if everything's okay. Someone say hello. I've not been able to do anything in, gosh, the whole month has just been. Hi, Robin. Hi, Vicky. Hello. I am here. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Mrs. Gigi. I'm here. And you can hear me and see me and all that good stuff. Fabulous. Hi, Vicky. The whole month of March, I am glad that it's over. Didn't get anything done. Didn't get anything accomplished, but a lot of stress. Hi, Susan. Hi, Linda. Hi, Faith. So, since my stress levels are out of control, and I have the sketchbook project done, part of my headache is my stupid, and I think it's a camera now that keeps freezing. So I'm going to have to watch this stream to make sure that the stream isn't frozen, because it just freezes for no reason in the middle of me doing something. So the few videos that I did were ruined because I froze. You could hear me, but freezing. Hi, Whispering Cauldron. I was supposed to show the process of putting together the sketchbook project on my Patreon, but I ran out of time. And just had to get the whole thing done. Stop fighting with the camera. I feel really horrible that I didn't get to film any of it, or hardly any of it. So, hi, Carol. Oh, Carol. Why can't I remember that you have changed your name? You will forever, ever be your other name to me. Hi, Mitz. You're gonna have to remind me like 5 or 6 times, and I will get it eventually. I'm an old dog, and I don't learn new tricks very well. When I learn something, I learn it one way, and it's really hard for me to relearn something a different way. I think that's why I have such a hard time when YouTube changes something. It just takes me forever to figure out how to adapt to a new whatever system they've decided they're doing. All right. So obviously I'm not doing a whole lot here. So my stress levels, like I said, out of this world, just out of this world. Have not been able to do any crafting at all. Came up here to start getting things together. The ants are back. And there were all corpses all in my glue brush water. So it must be, there must be after water. I'm still baffled with that whole thing. Nothing that I do, and I have tried everything, nothing that I do seems to make them go away. So I guess I'm stuck with ants. Because I've tried just about everything. So hi, Dee Dee. Just make something. So I came up here to this morning, and I haven't been here in a couple weeks. I do apologize for last week. And no, my taxes are not done yet. Another stress. The guy did it wrong, has to redo it, have to go back, talk to him. He's got the wrong numbers. He said he understood everything. So yes, stress levels. Ant corpses are the best, Kathleen. They were floating. They had sunk some of, and every time I put something down here on the desk, I pick it up and I've got ants on it. See, there's one right there. I don't understand. And they're not in the glue, so it can't be glue. I don't have any watercolors over here. So the watercolor, it's not the watercolors there's another one that's drawing them. I think there's another one that they're just looking for water, I guess. Someone said that in a comment. Anyway, so I came up here and I thought, there's another one. I don't think I can do more collage after forcing myself to do the collage for the sketchbook project. I bet sweet tea would be. I'm not in an apartment anymore, Mitz. I'm in a house, so that would be me. And I don't necessarily, I've got asthma, I've got cats. I don't necessarily want a bunch of spray and stuff, I'm kind of against that kind of thing. So living with ants is, there's another one. It's, it's a pain, but it's whatever. I guess I'll get used to it. All right. So I did not, Kazia, is that how you say Kazia? Hot tea sounds good. All right. So stress. And I thought I don't want to do collage. I really forced myself to finish that project. So I thought just to relax with, I want to just put together some books. I had tried to find a couple things. Of course, I need to do the organization still. And couldn't find some things. I have a cover made, a couple of covers, soft covers to put in some pages into and can't find them anywhere. I hate to make more, but I couldn't find them. I looked for them for like an hour. I had them in a shoebox. I knew exactly where they were. And then with my reorganization, I have moved them. Kazia. Hi, Tammy. I moved them somewhere, I guess, so that I would do something with them. And now they're lost. I don't remember where I moved them. So I grabbed a bunch of papers, some smaller papers, because I kind of wanted to do some small books, some larger papers in case I want to do some torn, edged books. I want to do something simple, easy, something not too really, hi Debbie, Make the ants part of the texture. That would be interesting. So I was grabbing papers to make books with, and I remembered all my coffee dyed and Kool-Aid dyed papers. Now, I had put out some test pieces here to find out how light fast that they were, and I don't remember how long ago that was. It's been months. I think it was about the first of the year. So it's been 3 months. They are not light fast. This is, and of course, they've been in a window, an open window that does never get closed. They've been in direct sunlight in Florida. So that's an awful lot of light. So this is the other side of them. This is what they started out like. And this is what happens to them if they've been in light for quite a while. So they are not light fast, but they do make some pretty colors. Kool-Aid it's an American thing. Kool-Aid it's one of those, you add the powder and sugar to water. The kids love it. Oh, and here are the pages that I tore those off of. How nice of me to leave them right there in the front so that I can see them directly. So okay, so this would be this one. So there you can see how much the light. Yeah, they're probably fine in a book. They are probably fine in a book. There's that one. This one. This one is this one. Just so that you can see the difference. Yeah, if they don't get light, if they're in a book and just get light every once in a while, they'll probably be fine. And then this last one. Is this side. Is that side. So I did pull out these papers thinking, what am I going to use them for? Some of them are a little brittle because I left them in the oven too long. Some of these are actually done some of them are done with food coloring, and some of them are done with the Easter egg dye. I don't remember which was which. I did these quite a long time ago. And I've had them in this folder for quite a while. And I thought, since I'm in bookmaking mode, why not just pull out some of these papers? And oh, I'm getting a whiff of Kool-Aid now. Oh, berry or something. Cherry, maybe. It is quite a difference. But I'm sure they'd be fine if they're not exposed to light, the entire time the sun is up. They've been in an open window. They've been in Florida. And I think it's been 3 months. I want to say that we did this, that I put them out the 1st of January. So there's some interesting papers in here. Some interesting papers. So that's what I want to do. I just want to do some non-thinking, put some books together, some book pages. I was thinking about doing some junk journal style books. And so I've got a bunch of papers around that I've collected. This is the coffee dyed. papers. And I did make a little book out of some of them. So some of these are just bits. Again, I baked them, a lot of them I baked too long, so they're really brittle. But I might as well use them and just use them up. There's no use in, I think that's tracing paper. There's no use in just leaving them here forever. Here's a greyhound and a griffin. How cool is that? So that's what I might do first. I need some cardboard, and I didn't grab any cardboard. I might just use a little bit of paper and glue some of this paper on. Oh, I've got some interesting little bits and bobs here that I didn't even remember that I had. I did some coffee dyed tags. Uh-oh. You have Aldi in England? Yes, I did the glossy and the glitter one. I also did, yes, the glitter one is more of a, it's a glitter paint that you put on the top of them. There was a metallic one that was really, really cool. You added this metallic substance to, oh, I did some envelopes too, to the dye, and it clung to the egg when you put it in the dyes. I did some tickets, some envelopes. I was going to make another little cereal box junk journal, I bet. So I have got quite a bit of stuff here. Wow. Obviously, I need to make another one of those books, as I definitely have enough stuff for it. I am not going to use this stuff today. I am going to save that for like a junk journal book type thing. Just those guys. But I am going to pull out some of these other papers. Thank you. I am thinking about doing some echo dyeing too. You have Aldi. I like Aldi. I don't go there very often. They're German though, aren't they? Hello, Hilda. Some people came in and I did not say hello. Hello, Katina. Hilda, Elaine. Making sure I didn't miss anybody. Malia. Essie. Moon Tiger. Oh, you changed your name too? How am I ever going to keep up with people changing their names? Yeah, German. You do most of your shopping there. They're an interesting. I like them. Hi, Allie. Okay, so I think what I want to do. I don't know. Undecisive here. Undecisive. I am going to save the coffee dyed for a junk journal or two. I'm going to do something with the Kool-Aid. The Kool-Aid dyed papers, I think. So let me pick out some Kool-Aid dyed papers. I think I did these first, so some of these are really, really brittle. How big do I want to make this? Let's see here. Mika. Yep. Yeah. You know, people changing their names. I can't catch up. My mind just sticks with the old name. So, and that name, the names that people change to are completely different. So I'm not given a hint that that's who they are. So, oh, how about if I do a soft cover. This is a mixed media. It's really thick. I have mixed media paper here, heavyweight mixed media paper. And there are different types of paper in here, but it's really, it's got to be like 90 pound or something. So it is nice and thick. And what I think I am going to do is pick out some papers. And then I am going to put some watercolor to make this a cover. All right. That's what I'm going to do. Actually, let me do the watercolor on here first, and then it will dry while I'm picking out papers and making pages. Think, Carla, think of the best way to do that. All right, so I am just going to paint the whole thing and then cut it down. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, I know, Mika. And I still have that stupid computer, and the computer is just, something is off with it. I ended up buying a new computer Black Friday this year, so I've got a new one, and I used the old one for, I used the old one downstairs just to watch videos and stuff, so I don't have to move computer back and forth and back and forth. All right, so I've got some, how do we open this? Oh, dear. I've got some pearlescence. Ooh. Hi, Christoph. Are we frozen? We're not frozen, are we? And I have some Jane Davenport. And I have a little bit of this Prang, Mika, Prang metallic. I just have one color left in here. I would like to use it up so that I don't have to find a space for it. I need to move this stuff so it doesn't get wet. And you know what I might do before I put color on? Where are my, there they are. I might just do a little bit of, get the glue out of the way. We don't need glue today. Might just put on a little bit of some dyes, sorry, my brain is not thinking correctly. Red, maybe some yellow. What's this one? That's red. Purple. I have an oxide. I think I did get an oxide. Forgot about it. Don't know if I've tried it on anything. These, I think, are the newer ones. All right, so just get some colors out here. All right. The oxide is in purple. So I think, let me get this out here. I'm going to do some stamping. And I'm going to do both sides. Do both sides. You got metallic watercolors for your birthday and still not tried them? Oh, try them. They are cool. I like the way they shimmer. I like the shimmering H2Os. But I don't use them very much because they are so expensive. I like this purple. Too much purple, though. Put that one away. I need some book pages or something so I don't waste the color. Don't waste color. There we go. Hi, River City. Hello, everyone. Hi, Linda. So you need to christen them? You can christen them with me. All right. And I want to do some of these. I like these. Should I do them in purple? I don't know how dark this purple is. Not very dark, but that's okay. That's okay. That's an old one. It's an old one. Hi, Roesta. It is so nice to see everyone. No, this is not, hello, Erin. This is not embossed foam. This is children's fun foam. It came this way. It came this way. I did not make it this way. I bought it this way it's from the kids section. And I was given some new patterns here not too very long ago. And should be using them, but I think that is all I need for that. So let me get them up out of my way. And let me use, I need to make some new stamps. I found some blocks at Michael's, and I am going to make some foam stamps to put on the blocks. I am going to do that. Hi, Jennifer. I bet you could emboss it. Yeah, that would be cool. Hi, Julia. Muse. So, when I find some time, I am going to be able to do that. All right, so let me do some stamping. I want to use this stamp. So I need a block. And let's do it in some blue and see what happens. Lurk away, Miss Jennifer. It was nice to see everyone on Saturday. When was it? Was it last Saturday? It's all a blur, man. It's all a blur. We had a few new people. Had a couple of snowbirds. A husband and wife team. We actually had a husband and wife team join us and play and have some fun. So that was nice. It was nice to have a guy collaging with us. It was very, very fun. So we did some collages. And where that came from. Bye, Carol. All right, so I've got some patterns down here. Get the inks out of the way and get a brush in the water. That block out of the way. It does not need to be wet. All right. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some color. I want it to be Kool-Aid colors. Kool-Aid colors. Let's see what we have for. Ooh, there's some nice orange bits. So I just want to add some color. I need to put my mats down so I don't get my gray things all dirty. Sorry, I forgot this part. Just so I can get stuff all wet and stuff and not worry about getting it on the mats. All right. All right. So I can get to the edges. All right. Yeah, the sketchbook is gone, gone, gone. The sketchbook is gone. I had a difficult time getting time to do it, and so I don't feel like it's done. I feel like it could have used a bunch of more stuff. I'm just going to put a light color, a color. Boy, my mind is just not here today. It's still working on taxes. It really is. That's not finished yet. Yes, the sketchbook project, the sketchbook is gone. I finished it, made the video, took a couple of pictures, threw it in an envelope, and it was gone. I really needed some more time with it, but the deadline came and it had to go. It just had to go. So this is such a lovely, lovely paint set. So I didn't really get to enjoy it or love on it before it was gone. Yeah, but no, there weren't pages that were, yeah, there were some pages that were more filled than others, but um, I try to do a little bit of something on each page. Let's do some of this metallic. What color should I choose? Some of this blue, I think. There were some pages, there was a page with scrapbook paper that I just put one piece on and moved on. Then that's just the way it is. I'm not going to do it this year. I may do it next year. I don't know. They still haven't digitalized and put up my little tiny sketchbook yet, so hopefully they're probably working on those still before they work on the larger ones that are coming in now. Ooh, this is really shimmery. Look at how nice this is. You see the shimmer on that? Can you see it in the... Not really. You see the color, but you can't really see the shimmer. It shimmers very nicely. Oh. Get some drips going. So I just wanted to put some color on here and then let it dry. And I'll use that as a cover. What are you looking at in London in July? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? The mini sketchbook, it's going to be in London in July? See, I have been so busy, I've not even been able to, I've not been able to see straight. It's going to be in London in July. Ooh. I don't even know where it's going. I know it's going to go to London and Paris. Didn't know when though. I didn't know when. You're not very far from London, are you, Debbie? Okay, so let's just get some color on here. Let's just get some color on here and let it dry. While I don't really need, maybe some yellow. Maybe some yellow would be nice. So I've got yellow in my papers here. Oh, that's a bright yellow too. Bright yellow. Oops, I didn't get the other side. Need to get this side too. 2 hours on a train, that's not too bad. Not too bad. I took that train to Scotland a couple of times. I went to London, got a babysitter, went to London, wanted to see the Albert and Victoria Museum. Because every time that I'd visited London, I just, you don't want to see it with the kids, and there's so much to see and stuff. So I got a babysitter so I could go, and wouldn't you know it, it was the day that it was closed for the week. Very disappointing. Never did get to see the Albert and Victoria Museum. And there's so many really cool things there. Ooh, that's a nice green. I need some blue on this side too. Oops, that's too much water. Let's add some blue to that. Oh, I know that there's a lot of stuff in there that I would love to see. When I was in, it might have been when I was in England that I went. I don't like the color there. It's a little muddy, but I think some of my blues are a little muddy too, so it should be fine. And there's a puddle of color right there. So let's just pick that up. I was quilting when I lived in England and doing a lot of the, ooh, that's nice, embroidery and that kind of thing. So I really wanted to see that stuff. Didn't get to. Okay, so let's leave the splatters till the end. And I splattered in my other colors. Not a good idea. And what else? This is a nice pastel kind of colors here. You're half an hour on the train. Are you going to go see the sketchbook in July too? Do you know what the dates are in July? I do this side and then I'm going to turn it over and do the other side. That is a wonderful purple. Wonderful purple. All right. So that is good. Let me put some blue splatters because I liked that. That was interesting. There we go. Like that. They have not given exact dates for when it will be. Debbie, did they give a date in July or they just said London in July? I have not had a chance to look at it at all. There's a lot of water on here. How cool. I kind of like that. Do the other side. Clean up all this mess. Let's see. Let's do it fast. Get it dry or get it started to dry. And then I am going to pick out some, let me do some orange metallic. No, it's not metallic, it's pearl. And I think it needs a little bit of green on this side. Black circles when dry? I don't know. I think it needs some black circles. I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. I was actually just going to make the book with these Kool-Aid dyed pages. See what happens. All right, I think I need something right there. See some white spots. I see some white spots. All right, so I'm making mud now, so I'm going to stop. Put those away, and I never did use that metallic. I was supposed to use this up. You know, sometimes I wonder about myself. Sometimes I do. So let me pick up some of this wetness. And put it up here to see if it will get dry. Well, I pick out some pages. All right, let me put these to the side. Give myself some room. Stand that up there. And that is extremely wet. A little bit of watercolors there. Some painted papers. Hi, Rebecca. Hello, everyone. Thanks for spending some time with me. I do apologize for last week. I was trying to get figures all done before my stream, and they weren't coming together very quickly, and I had an appointment that I had to go to after my stream, and so I needed to get my tax stuff done. So, sorry, I canceled last minute because, I really thought, I didn't think I'd had that much stuff to have to figure out, and I had been figuring 4 days, and thought I just had a little bit more extra to do, and it turned out that I had quite a bit to do. All right, so I am going to put pages that I want to use over on that side. I think I like this bright, bright, bright yellow. I like that one. Don't know how many pages I need. Purple and blue, probably. I like this purple too. Oh, it's the tracing paper. Got to use a little bit of that. This blue is wonderful. And that is really cool. Not too much purple. Don't know how many pages I need. This one is nice. I like this one too. Feel like I need a little bit of green. Ooh, this one's got a lot of different colors. Let's use that one. This one's kind of cool too. That one. How big am I going to make this? All right. Do I need to use this? I might as well use one of those. A little bit of that, a little bit of that. I do need some more green, don't I? So I guess that one is I better use it. And I don't think I like the stripes so much. Do we have any more green? I don't really like that. I like the brighter colors. For some reason, there's not a whole lot of green here. Oh, there's a green. I'll use that one. Oh, it's pretty close to that one. Must have done them about the same time. And I don't think I'm going to use the scrapbook paper. And maybe I'll use this green. All right, that should be plenty. That should be plenty. Let me get that out of the way. All right. So I have to decide how big I want to make it. I just want to make a little book, so I may just use a portion of this. How big do I want to make it? 5 inches tall. 4 inches. I do 4 inches. I'm thinking 4 inches. I'm thinking 4 inches. I'm thinking 4 inches. So let me see here. Do I want torn edges? I probably do. So let me get a piece of paper. And sorry guys, I'm just trying to think of what I need to do here and it's just not coming to me. So I need 4 inches wide or tall. 4 inches tall, a little bit less than 4 inches tall. So we'll make a mark there and a mark there. And we need it to be about, well, let's just do this. This will give me a guide on how tall to make it. Here, we'll do it this way. I'm confusing myself here. And tear that off. Okay, so that'll be a page. And it's probably going to be too wide. How wide do we want to make it? 4.5. 4 by 4. Decisions. Maybe I want to make it a little bit bigger. Or, well, let's just make them tall for now, and I'll figure out how wide they are. So I will figure it out, hopefully. Actually, let's do it this way. So there's a page, another page, another page. Yeah, it makes it go a little bit faster, especially when you're ripping them like this. It just gives you an idea of how big you want to make your pages. I don't know how wide to make them yet. And I will use any leftovers for other stuff. You know, we can't let any of the little tiny fish bits go to waste. Not gonna happen. I like that orange. It's very nice. This has got a little bit of a serrated edge here. It might fall off, but maybe not because it's been pretty wet, so Maybe it is there to stay. Don't know how big I need to make these pages here. So we'll do this one the long way. And this one the long way. Oh, this one's a cool piece. I like the different colors in this one. Thank you, Debbie. It's, I like, and I probably should be ripping both sides, but my brain is in overload, so I'm just going to stop thinking now. Let me make this one a short little page. A short little tiny thing. I like my pages different sizes. And I'm going to save the rest of that one. Ooh, I'm getting whiffs of Kool-Aid again. Some of these are strong and some of them have lost their smell. That one's pretty cool. I like that one. I'll just use one of those. Let me use this side. Another short one. Oops. Another one. We're going to make this big and fat. Really big and fat. So I've said it a couple times, and I'm going to repeat myself. Thank you all for coming and spending some time with me. I've had the month of March has been not my friend. We'll just say it that way. I have had a very rough time. I apologize for not getting my videos up and all that other stuff, but I had to do other stuff. Taxes are really right there on my mind, and I kind of had hoped to be done with it by now so that I wasn't stressed anymore, but it is not. I hope to have them done by the 15th. They'll get done by the 15th. So taxes are just, one of those stressful things for everyone. And I had a particularly rough year trying to figure out all the stuff that I do. I could not figure it out on my own. I had to go to the professionals, and they don't seem to be getting it correct either. So it might not just be me who's having a headache with it. All right, so there's my pages all the right height. I need to dry this up so that I can make the cover so that I can put the pages in and see what is going on. How big do I want to make it? I think I do want to make it pretty small. So I'm going to use the heat tool. Sorry, guys. My cords are bumping against each other. I'm going to use my heat tool, dry this up so I can cut a cover. without it ripping. So if you're sensitive to noise, thank you. You like yeah, isn't that the best yellow? I believe this was food coloring. I think that this was pure yellow food coloring. I think that's why it is just so dark. So food coloring works out really, really well. All right. Turning this on now. And sometimes you guys have said that you can't even hear the heat tool a lot of times. Uh-oh. Because my microphone drowns it out. I've got some spaces here that have a little bit of white. So let me put some of that metallic on there. Let me find my brush. A little bit of blue, little bit of blue. Okay. Okay, that looks good now. All right. Back to getting it dry. Let me get the bits off that are, where's my papers? There. Too much water. There we go. All right, back to the heat tool. Getting it dry. You know, I probably should have used the food coloring for the cover, just so that they were the same colors. Now I think about this. Oops, there goes that yellow. Now I think about this. Oh well. Yeah, my mic seems to I don't know if you can hear me talk. Seems like I did a video where it just kind of turns off all the sound if there's a alarm sound. I'll have to do a test because it's supposed to turn off sudden noises. It's supposed to mute. And I wonder if I was to sneeze, if you guys would actually hear it, or if it would mute it. Kind of curious about that. But you can't hear the heat gun, but you hear me clear. So see, and this is not a very expensive microphone. It's a headset that I got at Office Depot supply store, you know, an office supply store. It wasn't very expensive at all. My other one went bad and I had to replace it. So I just got a really inexpensive one, and it has really been nice. It really mutes out a lot of the sound from other places. You guys couldn't hear the construction noise going on next door, and it was so loud it was jarring my brain. So I guess I got a good mic, good headset. All right, let me see if I can get this without bumping the camera cord. Let's see if I can, nope, almost. Hi, Muriel. You can't hear me with the heat gun? All right, so let me use the paper trimmer. And what part do I want to use? I want to use this part. And I am going to cut a little bit more than 4 inches, just a tad. For this cover. And how, I don't want it square. Or do I? I don't want it square. So let me just cut off, about that much of it. Here's a little kitty. Here's a kitty. So I'm going to make a little kitty out of that. Is that enough? I want to make it just a little bit more narrow. I'm trying to see what size do I want to make it. I think I do want it just a little bit less square. So I am just going to trim off just a little bit more. And there's another little kitty. And I am not going to fold the cover. I am going to make a rounded spine. So I'm going to kind of bend it so I know where the center is, but I'm not really going to fold it. And okay, so that is that. Let me put the trimmer away. I'm looking at the cover, and I think that I want to put black around the edges, and I'm going to put this to the side too, so I don't need to use that right now. Just to frame it up just a tad. So that it looks a little bit more finished. I'm not going to do this to the pages, just to the cover. There, and it's easier to do this before you sew pages into it, so that's what I wanted to do. So it's got just a little bit of a Jersey crafter. Do I know you? Did you change your name too? Why is everybody changing their names? It's very confusing for me. All right. So my pages need to be less than, they're 3 inches, 6-inch pages. So let me do 6 inches. A little less than 6 inches so the creep doesn't creep too much. I am going to mark it 5.5, and then I can make a few pages just a little bit larger and some a little bit smaller, and oops, Let me make the mark so I can actually see it. All right, so there's my template here for how wide I need the pages. And I need to do the long end. Okay, think here, think. I need to do which one is the 5.5 now? This is the 5.5. I need to tear off. Okay, I need to tear off the short part. So I need to do it this way because it's easier to hold onto a larger piece of paper than it is an itsy bitsy piece of paper. So that is about 5.5 inches wide. Now I'm going to keep all these little scraps. You know I am. So I need to make some that are just a little bit larger. Some that are, oh, I don't want that. Let me rip that part off. Keep that. Having a hard time seeing the lines. So let me put the lines on either side, and I'm going to do the 6.5. I'm going to do about here. So this is my mark for the page, so I can see it instead of covering it all up where I can't see it. All right. So I can see the line on either side of the paper now. Whew, that was a tough one for me. All right. I like this part over here. And this one just a little bit shorter so that all the pages are not exactly the same. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to take off that little bit of border there. And sorry, thinking too hard. I'm thinking too hard. That's got a really weird crease in the center of that page. I'm sure it'll be all right. I'm sure it'll be all right. All right. So that is perfect size. Oops. That was a funny tear. That's going to be in the size that I want. Everybody okay? Everything's fine? I got distracted here with tearing pages. Oh, that one. I think it's the blue one that's got the wonderful smell to it still when I tear it. Okay, I want this side. That was a large whiff of berry something. Oh, this one did not get color all over it on that side. There's a lot of white on this one. I don't necessarily want that. So Let me find another piece of orange. Make this one 4 inches. I don't want white on that. I'm very picky. I want this to be colorful, bright, and cheery. Easter egg colors to cheer me up. Cheer, cheer, cheer. Oops, that didn't want to tear very well either. All right. And one more. I think I'm going to make 3 signatures. Go. Put that to the side. I may need more of that. How many pages do we have? Green, blue, pinkish, more pinkish, purple, blue, and then I need one more, at least one more page. One more page. Let's use this one. Let's use this one because it's pretty cool. Let's not use, the name is going to be there no matter what, so let's use that one. 1, 2, 3. So those are equal signatures, and just let me get my bone folder, fold them in half. And I'm going to do just a quick little 3-hole pamphlet stitch in this. I did get some fun colors of waxed linen at Blix when I was there looking for glue. First time I'd been to Blix in Tampa. It is a really small store compared to the one in Savannah and in Georgia. But still, it's a Blix. It's a Blix. Okay. So here's that one. Let me put them together. Into a signature. We have sideways text. We have the right way text. Nope, it's a little, the pages are a little long. Do we want to do something about that? You know what? I don't think I do. I do need to do something about that because I am putting 3 signatures in, and that's going to be way too long. So let me make another bit of a cover out of this other one. Make it just a little bit wider. I didn't make it wide enough. All right. Let's try again. Okay. So a little bit more than 4 inches tall And let me just take off about that much. And there's another kitty. Okay. So that'll be a little bit bigger. And let me ink the edges. Let's just make sure that this is going to be big enough now. I didn't make it too short again. It almost is. It almost is. If I were to just put all the pages in one signature, it should be fine. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And let me ink up the edges again. Maybe I should just do it fast and do it this way this time. All right. Perfect. And that's my kitty howling. It's my good kitty. He's been throwing up again. I thought the water situation was good. This is awfully blank for a cover. So let me put just a little bit, well, I still got it flat here. Let me just put a little bit of something on it. Okay, this one's an old pad and it's not working very well. Try something else. There we go. And a little bit of, I guess we're going to use green. This was old though. This didn't work real well, did it? Maybe some circles. Oh, it works. And a little bit of blue. Actually, a little bit of purple. I want some more zigzag lines on this side. So I'm going to use the Fun Foam. And Fun Foam it. Perfect. A little bit more interest there. All right, I'm happier now. I am happier now. Okay, sorry, didn't mean to bump the camera. Okay. And so let me fold up all my pages. What's going on? You haven't tried, Maria, how to make pages? You didn't know how to tear pages? Guesstimate, tear pages. Folding pages. Uh-oh. That one cracked. I'm going to put it in there anyway. It might tear itself out eventually, but oh well. Like I said, I did bake these too long, so they're on the verge of being pretty brittle. Some of them are a little bit more brittle than others. Depends on the paper, I think. So it's just as well that I use them up in something so I can do it again. I wanted to show you guys, how much time do I have? I wanted to show you guys, I came across some papers that I dyed with avocado, and I did this probably 6 months ago. And they turned out really cool, and I didn't do anything with them, and I didn't show them. So let me just arrange these pages in here. Put that one on the outside. Let's get them in some different order. We have different colors everywhere. There's a lot of blue. You have to put some blue in here. Let's see here. A little bit of that orange. Put that one in there. All right, how big and fat is that? What's wrong with that page? Look how big and fat that is. Oh, I like it. I like it. Now I get to decide what color to use. I used this waxed linen, but it is extremely thick, and these pages are just a little bit more delicate. They need a little bit thinner thread. So what have I got here? I kind of want a color. Maybe I should use black. I don't have a color. Or I could use baker's twine. That would work. I think I'm going to go with that. I think I am doing that. And let me just get a clippy out here so I can clippy the pages together. Like that. And I am, get my phone book out here. It is big and fat, isn't it? I probably should have left the little tab and then I could have had it fold over, but okay, I am going to actually punch all the holes at one time. There's only one signature. So that's what I'm going to do. I am not going to mark it. I am just going to go for it. And I did get this all from Blix too while I was there. And it really works well. I really like it a lot. Better than the push pins because I've got this great big old handle to deal with. And I really like it. I will sew this together really fast, and then I'm going to show you my avocado dyed papers. And I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with these papers. It's going to be a little book, but I'm not, and I open for suggestions on what I should do. So I was looking at them today, and I don't know if to leave them the way they are or to stamp on them, doodle on them, do something with them. I'm not sure. I like the color of them though. And do I want the tie? I think I want the tie on the outside. The outside. That was short and fast, wasn't it? All right, unthread. And make sure it's pulled tight. Tie my knot. Sorry guys, I'm not looking at chat for just a second. And I'm not going to cut off the threads. I may put something on them. I am not sure what I want to do yet. And so there is my little Easter book. Hi, Tilda. Little Easter. It is pretty fat. You know, I might need to redo it and make it one of those button closures. So I may redo that. But I'll do that another time. Hi, Norma. Hi, Daz. Carmen. So hello, everyone that I didn't say hello to because I was busy doing whatever I was doing. And this it does make me really happy. Hi, Julia. That's what I use all my phone books for. What am I going to use it for? I am not going to use it for anything. I am going to enjoy the color. This is my, dyed papers, and I just like looking at the colors. I don't think I'm going to do anything with it. some of the papers are a little brittle, so I don't know if they'll take much glue and stuff. So it is what it is. It is finished. I am not going to do anything else with it. Anything else with it? Nope. Nope. It is just a book. It is just a book to look at colors with. I have a couple of those that I really enjoy color, so I have a couple books. This one I did a long time ago. I've done the pages for, and I just need to do a little bit more embossing on it. I think I have been trying to decide what to do with it. It is my other color book, and I've done a little bit of embossing. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to emboss a few more things on pages, and I'm just going to sew these pages together, and this will be another finished project. Yeah, I like to make books with just color to them. I don't know why that is, but I do. I do. As I enjoy looking at color. I just like looking at color sometimes. Sometimes I just need color therapy. So that's what those books are for. They're just color therapy. And I do that with my underpapers too. When they've got a lot of color on them, I sew them together in books. This is my underpaper book, and it is all the papers that I've used underneath, cleaning off stamps, using up paint that I had, and so it is just all the leftover bits of papers when I need something. And this again is just a book that I look at when I want to look at color. There's not a lot of focal points or anything. It's just color therapy books. The shimmer. So all that leftover bits, cleaning off stamps and things like that. Paint that I didn't have a use for. Hi, Joey. So, and I do quite a few of those. So yeah, that's all it's going to be. It's just a color therapy book. A little miniature color therapy book. All right. So let me put those to the side. And I'll probably do that with some of the other papers just to use them up. But let me show you my... Uh-oh. I'm going to have an avalanche here. Too many things. Way too many things. All right. I wanted to get more than just one book done. Oh, and here's another one. Here's another color therapy book. What do you guys think I should do with this one? It's not sewn together yet. I've just done the watercolor to it. Do you think I should stamp on the pages or just leave them as they are with just the color? Do you think they need something, or do you think they should be just as they are? Taking a poll. What do you guys think for that one? So here is my avocado skins is what I used for these papers. Look how they turned out. And what I did, you think it would be fun to doodle in? Stamps would be nice. What I did when I did this, and I did this at least 6 months ago and didn't show anybody. I'd made some guacamole and had the skins and thought, let's just give it a try. So I spent hours and hours cooking these little pieces of paper. I cut up some little pieces to put in the pot with the avocado skins. And what I did was look how dark some of these are. Yes, I do use newspaper for collage. And what I did was I let the water boil away pretty much, and that's how I got such dark colors. I would there was practically no water in there at all, and then I would add a little bit more water and let it simmer and move the papers around a little bit and let it almost evaporate completely. Then add some more papers. I spent hours, and I don't remember how many hours, but it was most of the day dyeing these few papers. This is everything that I did. I did these guys first and thinking that I would make them into little pages of a little book. This one got ripped. And then I realized, oh, I'm going to need cover paper. So I balled that up and threw that in last minute. And this was white, completely white. So it's kind of this is more pink than this. This is like more orange. I don't know why. So I got these two large pieces to make cover with, and then these will be a smaller little bit. And what I will do is I will fold these into pages. And again, I am not sure if I want to just leave them as they are, or maybe stamp some handmade stamp on them. But I'm a feeling that that's going to distract from all the cool little, Kathy, thank you. Yeah. And that was the trick, is letting the water evaporate and adding more water, moving the papers around, putting the avocado skins directly on the paper. This is how I got this wonderful dark color. Just like that, with hardly any water at all. All right. It was bumpy. It was a normal avocado. It wasn't that big either. Like I said, I let the water evaporate. And when I did that, that's when I got the dark color. And I cooked it for a very long time. I really did. And then I put them out on the little pages out on cookie sheets, on the cookie coolers, the racks, the cookie racks that you put cookies on to let them cool. I put them on that and put them out in the sunroom for a few days. So I didn't cook them in the oven at all. I let them dry by themselves. Here I am folding them into pages. I let them dry completely naturally, and so they're not brittle. But they do have some wonderful colors to them, for sure. So getting them out of the pot, sometimes you cooked yours for over an hour. I cooked mine for I want to say like 2 hours. 2 hours. What I did was I peeled my avocado. Well, yeah, I took the avocados, the bit out of it. What do you call it? The pulp. So I had the skin, only the skin. I washed all the avocado away, so it was just skin, and then I ripped it into little strips. And it was only one avocado that did all of this. Only one, and it wasn't that big of an avocado. It was pretty small. It was pretty, it wasn't all that big. The flesh. Yes, the flesh. That's that. Get all the avocado out of it. And I think I washed mine too to make sure that none of the green avocado was in there. Tore it into little strips, put some water in a pan, and I think I used a fry pan so that I had places to put a lot of papers, and I put some avocado skin on the bottom and then put some papers and a little bit on the top. And I used tongs as it was cooking, and I would flip the paper over in bunches so that it wouldn't tear, but obviously it did tear sometimes because it was all wet and stuff. And I would move the avocado skins around so that it was touching different parts of the paper. And I did let the water evaporate completely. Then I would add more water and bring it back up to simmer a little bit. So it was in for quite a while. It was in the water for quite a while. And I did that 2 or 3 times. I let the water completely evaporate away and then put more water in and bring it to a simmer and let it boil away and then add more water. And then I let them all dry naturally. And I really do like the color that I got with it. I think it's fabulous color. So that's how I did it. This one was probably in the bottom of the pan and got all that color on it. I did them this size. I cut all these little pieces of paper just this size. This is the size that I put into the pan. And that way I wasn't folding the paper because when it gets wet, it's so fragile. And I didn't want it to break too much. I mean, it did a little bit. I have not done beetroot. I would like to do that one too. And so, I don't know, maybe I should do some other types of paper, but I like the avocado color, and I'm thinking that I want to make just a little book of just these papers so I remember what it looks like to do the avocado. How cool it is for avocados are green, and for it to be pink, peach kind of color, I think is really, really cool. And here's another book that I started quite a while ago, probably almost a year ago. And I need to put that one together too. This one's kind of coffee dyed, but it very, very lightly coffee dyed. So, so I haven't decided if I want to stamp anything on these or just leave them be, as I think maybe stamping on them might distract from the color a little bit. I think it might. All righty, guys. So what did we decide for this one? Should I stamp a little bit, doodle a little bit? do some stuff. It is kind of boring, isn't it? All the papers are text from the same book, so there's no variation there. So maybe I should do just a little bit of stamping, maybe some doodling, maybe a little bit of something. Stamp. Use my little handmade stamps and do some stamping in there. I'll probably have to do that before I sew it together. It'll be easier to do it before I sew it. And I may even use some of my little fun foams. Oh, see, I've got a little bit of stuff. Ooh, avocado coloring on lace would be nice as well. What's Candula? Calendula, what's that? A new artist definition for cooking the books. You bet. You bet, Norma, you bet. So I suppose I better do a little bit of something with that one before I sew it together then. That is a lot of color too. It is a lot of color. I've never heard of that. It's a flower you grow in a pot, looks like a marigold. I will have to look into that. Because I am enjoying coloring the pages. I would like to make a Coptic bound book with just, beige, white papers, neutral papers, and do some eco dyeing in it. Something kind of like this. And I also would like to make some books like this, make the books, and then use watercolor to spray the colors and stuff in them. So that's kind of where I am going for this month, I think. I still haven't got my taxes done, and I'm still pretty zapped from trying to get the sketchbook deadline complete. So I will not be streaming on Sunday again. Okay. I need a break. I am completely zapped. I need to recoup and get it together. I need to get it together. Stamp it. All right. We're going to stamp it then. I'm going to stamp it. So I need to get it together, and I need some time just to get it together. March just did me in, man. It did me in. So thank you all for being here, spending some time with me, helping me relax just a little bit with my craziness. And I am going to be making some books. I'm just going to be making some books just to, I don't know why. I'm just in that kind of a mood. I just want to make some books, use up some stuff, and just make some books. So that's my plan. That's my plan. Then make it easier for me to organize what I have if I've used up some of this stuff and finished up some of these projects. So thanks everyone for being here. It was fun. It was nice. Oh, thank you, Julia. Great. Your first time? Thank you for being here. Thank you all for your thumbs up. Thank you for watching a recording if you're watching the recording. And I will see you on Tuesday. Hopefully I can get some videos done before then. Thanks so much, everyone. See you on Tuesday. Bye.